Hey, it's Kimberlee and welcome back to my channel. I make videos on all things lifestyle on a budget, and you're probably wondering why I'm living a dual life right now. I was basically taking out my hair from a braid out and I decided to make a video because I wanted to talk about itchy scalp. Who here has been a victim of itchy scalp? Seriously, the most frustrating, annoying thing in the world, but I finally have something that's working and I want to share it with you guys. And I have two ways. You can either buy it or you can DIY it. First, I gotta thank fellow YouTuber Destiny because she is the one who literally turned me on to this brand, which got me thinking about ways that I can not have an itchy scalp. Seriously, I've had an itchy scalp for so long, for like months and months and months, and it's like it would come in waves, but then it's just been a steady stream of it. Oh, I was supposed to be taking my hair out at the same time because I actually have to go somewhere. So let me try this again. So basically I was having an itchy scalp like consistently since I think like right before the summer started. It's weird. It kind of comes in waves. It got really annoying this summer because I felt like I would only be able to wear my hair like for a week, and I was already like feeling my scalp just like going crazy, and I'd have to wash it out just because of my scalp and then start all over again. And I feel like that's just way too much manipulation for my hair, and I was like, I just can't remember like what I used to do or what to make it better. I was trying different products and stuff like that, but also, I should say that I lead a very active lifestyle. I'm a professional dancer, so I'm always at auditions and always, dancing and sweating and, working out. Still, even on the days where I wouldn't, I would just I would have my hair in braids or twists, and like a couple days later my scalp would already be itching, and so I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll just take the braids out and take the twists out, and then my scalp would just be itching by the next day. And I was like, okay, I didn't even get through like a full 2 weeks of my hairstyles where I usually used to be able to do that. So like I like my hair to at least, have some time. Like I don't want to be doing my hair every single week because I feel like that's just over manipulation. I put out on Twitter, I was like, hey fam, like what do you guys use for your scalp? Because my scalp's going crazy. And Destiny responded with this, which is the TGIN, which is Thank God It's Natural, tea tree and olive oil she recommended. So I went and looked it up, and it's so funny because they responded too, and they were like, oh, let us know if you try it out. And I was like, okay, like let's see what this is all about. What's in this is literally olive oil, coconut oil, peach kernel oil, and tea tree oil. I use tea tree oil like sometimes on my spot acne. I'll put that on there. I had a bottle already of tea tree oil, which is the one that I have here. It's called Jason's Tea Tree Oil. And I think when I was making my African black soap shampoo mixture that Natural 85 had one video ago or whatever, I ended up making that for sometime early in the year, and that was my shampoo. And I remember getting tea tree oil and vitamin E oil and all these kind of stuff, and I just kind of forgot about it. So before I was deciding if I wanted to purchase the TGIN, I was like, well, let me, in the meantime, before it ships, let me make my own DIY. So all I did was take one of my oils that I have, because you need probably a carrier oil. You shouldn't put tea tree oil like right on your scalp. I put it in so the oils that I usually use for my hair: rice bran oil, black seed oil, jojoba oil, olive oil as well. So I had this bottle still. This is how much rice bran oil that I have left that I had from the start of the year. I've been using a bunch of different oils and stuff and mixing it up. So I decided, since I already had the applicator top on here, I would just put some tea tree oil in this and the rice bran oil, and I just put it right on my scalp. And listen, total relief, like right away. Like I was shocked. I was like, are you serious? Like all I needed was tea tree oil, and that's the thing that really changed it. So I still had the TGIN coming as well, and so I was like, well, let's just see if there's a difference. So I already had these products. You can get the Jason's tea tree oil online for like, I think $5.99 is what I got for it, so that's pretty affordable. And then if you have an oil around, like I would recommend like nothing too thick, like not Jamaican black castor oil unless you like love that one. I like that one too, and I was using that like really in the dead of winter, but it's very, very, very thick. So I don't know, unless you love it, I wouldn't necessarily recommend that one, but something a little bit more lighter, like black seed oil, like jojoba oil, and all you do is just drop a couple of the drops in, and I just mixed it up, shook it up, and then applied it to my scalp, and I had relief. And so my styles would be able to last longer. And then I got this one in the mail, and as you can see, like, I don't even have that much used yet, but I use this all the time. So it's like a little bit goes a long way, because this oil is very runny, which I actually prefer. I know that sounds weird, but I feel like I can massage it in better, and it's moving and it feels light on my scalp as opposed to like a heavier one like I mentioned before. When this one came, I decided to switch and see if there was any sort of major difference or anything like that. And actually this one's really good. It smells really, really sweet, which I really like. It doesn't have an overpowering smell of tea tree oil because all those other oils are mixed in. Like, I'm good now. Like, it is amazing. I can't believe that, you know, tea tree oil was that thing. Tea tree oil is that thing that really makes a difference. And it makes sense too, because when you look up tea tree oil, like, it has those healing properties. I don't feel like I have to keep reapplying it, which is nice. I feel like I put it on right on that wash day or whenever I'm doing my style or a weekend, and then I like reapply again. And it's really moisturizing. It doesn't just sit on my hair, I feel like. And that's what I did this morning as I was taking these out, since I've had those braids in for a couple days now. Basically, this is also like, I blew out my hair about 2 weeks ago, which is crazy. I'm going into week 3, which again is so shocking to me because my hair usually doesn't last that long. So I did a blowout about 2 weeks ago, wore it out for a couple days, and then I braided it up. And now I'm taking these braids out. So we're going into week 3. When I wash my hair, like, I have a scalp brush that I use to just kind of like lift all the dirt and everything like that. I'll link it down below. This one is $11.99. It really is going to last you quite a bit. I'm all the way up here and I use this all the time. The way that the cap is that it's just a little push, and so you see how runny it is. I actually really like that because it just feels nice and light, but it gets the job done. And you can smell a little bit of the tea tree oil in it, which I don't mind, but then you smell like a sweetness, which I wonder and assume that that's probably the peach kernel oil. Am I wrong to assume that peach kernel is peach? Not sure. But yeah, so I have the alternative. I know some people don't like coconut oil, which this tea tree oil serum has in it. So what you can do is you can add any of your own oils, things that you prefer, and then mix it in with your tea tree oil drops. So you got one that's $5.99, or you get the thing already mixed up for $11.99, and it's gonna really last you. That's what I've been using. Like I said, I've had so much relief. I really was starting to be like, I don't know what to do, because over and over just washing your hair, you know, just feels like, am I making this better or am I making this worse? So now that's what I'm using in my scalp, and I'm not gonna change it because obviously I have some sort of sensitive scalp or whatever. I was looking into my diet, you know, checking that to make sure I wasn't eating anything or deficient in something that would make my scalp really bad. But the fact that it went away so easily with the tea tree oil makes me think that maybe it just wasn't that serious of an issue, and I just needed the right stuff to heal my scalp. Itchy scalp is the worst. Once you start scratching and then you're just like, nothing I can do. And always, obviously, I'm scratching with the pads of my hands, but like, or like I'll be sleeping, and in the middle of the night, I'm just like, my scalp is on fire. That actually used to happen to me years ago when I was using the Maui moisture products. Oh my God, I do not recommend those at all. And I think the girl Curly Proverbs mentioned it as well, how all the ingredients, they have like formaldehyde in it and all that kind of stuff. And like, even though those products are, you know, vegan and not supposed to have anything bad in it, they have all kinds of chemicals in it. So if you use that line and love it, like, good for you, but that's brand was a mess for me. I literally was in the middle of the night like scratching my scalp because my scalp was on fire. It was insane. All right, so I finished my hair, took it out. It feels nice and moisturized, not weighed down by any oils or anything like that. The one thing that's gonna really change the game, I say, is tea tree oil, and here are my two options: either getting it in its own form, pure tea tree oil, and then mixing it in with the carrier oil like rice bran oil, black seed oil, jojoba oil, olive oil, whatever, you know, oils that you feel are good for your hair. You can either do this, which is a DIY, or you can just buy this one for $11.99, or if there's sales, because I think right now there's a 20% off coupon. Comment down below what you feel like works best for your scalp or how you cure an itchy scalp. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.